guests, and my dear colleagues. It's a great opportunity today, and I'd like to share some important information with you. Our organization, that is Jet Airways, has developed a strategic partnership with Etihad Airways of Abu Dhabi. Our organization is the second largest airline in India. Every day it operates 1,000 flights to nearly 76 countries in the world. Etihad Airways is the second largest airline in United Arab Emirates, and it is the fourth largest airline in the Middle East. The aviation sector in India has been facing several challenges. What are these challenges? There are three most important challenges. The first challenge is that many of the airlines in India are not making profit. They are heavily debt-ridden, the operational costs are going up, the ATF rates are going up, and the currency is fluctuating. You must have seen how the currency has been fluctuating since several days. Today it is 61 rupees per dollar. The second challenge which the airline industry is facing is the infrastructure problem. The infrastructure is not at all great. If you go to Tier 2 cities and the airport, the infrastructure is pathetic. The third challenge is the technology. The technology is not at all updated. So considering all these challenges which the aviation sector is facing, the government of India has decided to invite the foreign direct investment into this important sector. On 15th of September 2002, the FDI was opened in the aviation sector. And as per this policy, foreign companies, foreign airlines can come to India and invest up to 49% in this particular sector. In order to benefit from this policy of FDI in the aviation sector, our company has decided to have a partnership with Etihad Airways of Abu Dhabi. And as per this policy, Etihad is going to buy 24% of stake in our company. This strategic partnership is going to offer a number of challenges. It is going to give a boost to this sector. Our organization is going to grow. It is going to demonstrate a much greater rate of growth because of this partnership. Because our organization has limited connectivity all over the world. Once we have a tie-up with Abu Dhabi-based Etihad Airways, we are going to get connected to the whole world through Abu Dhabi as a hub. The second benefit is we are going to bring back the investor confidence. Today the investor confidence in India is at the lowest level. Many of the international investors, they are withdrawing the fund from India. They are taking back their investment because they feel that there is policy paralysis in India. And because of this, they are not willing to make any investment. But if we allow the FDI to come to this particular sector, we can get back the confidence. The third important benefit which we are going to get is the equity infusion. As our organization is also facing a lot of debt burden, we can reduce this debt burden if we get fresh equity infusion. I am glad to share with you that on 29th of July 2013, the Foreign Investment Promotion Board has cleared this particular deal, which means that we can now go ahead with this deal and make it a reality. Do you know the amount of investment which we can get through this particular deal? We are going to get 2,058 crore rupees to our organization, and it can solve many of our problems and help us in achieving much more degree of great excellence. But the Foreign Investment Promotion Board has put some conditions. The first condition is that before we make any changes in the shareholder agreement, we need to take Government of India's permission and approval. This is the first condition. The second condition is that whatever disputes arise as a part of the shareholding agreement, all these disputes have to be settled and adjudicated as per the Indian law. the two conditions. So friends and colleagues, I would like to emphasize that this particular deal is in the interest of everyone. It is in the interest of our organization, it is in the interest of our shareholder, and it is also in the interest of the country. I request all of you to give your full support to make this deal a reality. How many of you are going to support this particular deal? Please raise your hands and support me in making this deal a great reality. Please raise your hands. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster.
We'll have a 5-minute question and answers.
Hasn't one of your challenges or one of our challenges been a lot of bad press and publicity that has worked negatively in the run-up to this deal? And will Etihad also look at carrying this baggage, or how do you plan to offload it?
Actually, this is just the perception. I don't think that there is any bad publicity because of our service. Our customers, our guests are extremely happy. So in fact, some of the customers like Rashid Manwani who regularly travel out with our flight, I have had interaction and they are pleased with our service, the quality, and that's why we are in a very good position.
Sir, I have a question. I have 2 questions to make. One, what is the effect on the current employees of Jet Airways? Because when Etihad gets in that much, they might insist that the employees are from their airlines, and certain staff of ours which are located in foreign locations might have to be removed because of that. Second point I wanted to know is when we are talking about airports, etc., since Etihad will use their base, there will be a lot of loss of revenue to the government because of the present international airports in India not being used by Etihad. So could you just clarify on these 2 points, employees and revenue to the government through the airports?
Thank you, Mr. Rajdeep Manwani. Your first question is with regard to the employees. Again, see, we are getting only 24% equity from the Etihad Airways. The remaining will be still with the Indian stakeholders, and our founder, Mr. Naresh Goyal, himself is still holding nearly 55% of the equity. I don't think the power will shift to the other employees. And we will definitely have a say in recruiting right kind of people. Because if we have to succeed as an organization, we cannot go by whether the employees are from India or from the international location. We have to look at the right people for the right job. That has been our motto, and that's why we are so successful. Second question is with regard to the airport infrastructure. Would you like to repeat the second question, Mr. Rajdeep?
The infrastructure mainly will be used only the main base airports will be used of Dubai, and they won't be using Indian airports for their many of their operations. That's what has been agreed by Etihad. So it's a lot of loss of revenue to the government of India, as well as that's been the main point.
There is going to be any loss of revenue because currently we have an international
landing charges, etc.
Currently we have an international hub in Brussels. We will be extensively utilizing that. Similarly, Etihad Airways is also having some hubs like in UK and other places. We will be mutually utilizing these facilities. In fact, we are going to create synergy with our facilities and also with Etihad facilities. I'm not sure whether we are going to lose any revenue. In fact, we are going to gain because we are going to improve our connectivity from all the Indian cities to all the international locations. For example, if someone wants to travel from Ahmedabad to any place in the world, so Jet and Etihad can give great connectivity and affordable rates. Hope it has answered your question, Rajdeep.
Mr. Siraj?
Yes.
One of the challenges that the airline faces is profitability. With an infusion of 2,058 crores of rupees into the airlines, how do you envisage the profitability that will increase? Because presently all airlines are in the red. And with this much of investment being added to Jet, do you think that the profitability of this organization is going to increase? And how?
Yeah, so this, thanks for asking a very interesting question, Mr. Bhaskar. This 2058 crore rupees is going to be utilized in several ways. So one component will be utilized for reducing the debt burden itself. Currently we are paying huge interest on the loans which we have borrowed. So with this amount we are going to reduce that burden. And another part will be utilized in marketing strategy. We are going to create a new strategy with a little bit of new branding. We are going to do a guest survey to understand what are their needs. Through this we are going to understand what are their specific needs. And then we are going to come out with a new marketing strategy to ensure that we generate more volumes. So currently our occupancy rate is around 85%. If we can increase it by another 10%, we are going to get sufficient revenue with which most of our problems will get resolved, and maybe in next 12 months time we are going to be the most profitable airline in India.
Good evening, Mr. Siraj. I've got a small apprehension. I've got two questions in one part. First is, now you say that you're number 2 carrier now at the moment in India. What is your vision? By when are you going to become the number 1 carrier of India? Point number 1. And next, as a common man, I use Jet Airways. Now, how is going to make my life substantially cheaper, cost-wise and as per services also, vis-a-vis the other competitors? Can you suffice my doubts?
What's your first question?
First question is, when is your vision to become the number 1 carrier? By when? Can you
So currently we are the second largest. In 1 year's time we visualize reaching the number 1 position, and for that we have a strategy of market penetration, then increasing our services to tier 2 cities. Okay, so with these measures we'll definitely hope to be number 1 in 1 year's time. So what's your second part of the question?
The second part is, how is going to have an impact on common man who's traveling by Jet Airways? Price-wise and service-wise. And if the price is likely to come down, by what percentage do you assume?
See, currently we have 3 levels of service. One is Jet Airways, another is Jet Connect, and third one is Jetlight. So Jetlight and Jet Connect are meant for a common man. If you look at the rates, they are very low rates. They are, compared to any other low-cost airline. So like if you are booking 45 days in advance, you will be paying just 2,000 rupees to go from Bangalore to Chennai and many of the other southern states. So these are meant for the common man, but we are going to give more service in future. We are going to give better service because we are making a lot of investments in getting the new aircraft. We are going to buy new technology. We are upgrading our training system. With all these things, we are going to give better service to all our guests. I hope you will be happy next time when we travel and see us.
Thank you. We are out of time. Thanks a lot, Siraj. Please give a huge round of applause.